For me, I just kind of wanted to do it. So I just
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even.
Yeah.
All right, let's freaking roll the intro music.
Roll the intro
Which
music.
doesn't exist. No, I'm kidding. Welcome back to another podcast. I think I want to call it the Janky Podcast, honestly,
The janky.
because it's like it's always in different locations,
Yeah.
and like it's just random. You know what I
No one
mean?
honestly cares about like the location of it. It's all about just
If it sounds
what
fine,
it is. Yeah.
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 And like there's actually people are actually talking about like cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know if everyone knows, but you want to introduce yourself?
Okay, so
Well, everyone probably does know who watched this because like we both kind of have our similar audiences.
yeah, exactly.
But just in case, you know,
Yeah.
someone finds this and they're like, I'm gonna give this podcast a chance.
yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So my name's Derek. I'm a filmmaker, photographer, more just freelance stuff, and yeah, just in love with making videos, shooting pictures.
Yeah.
As you know.
Yeah.
We always film.
Yeah.
Not always now, like just because recently I haven't been able to film a lot, but
Yeah.
we'll get into that.
Yeah, no, we will.
Why? But we're getting back into it, and I'm stoked. So
Nice.
stoked to be here,
We're in Huntington we're Newport right now.
Newport Beach.
My grandpa lives at it's called the Balboa Bay Club, and it's essentially like a resort as well, and that's what we're doing right now. I'm visiting my grandpa. Derek lives 15 minutes away in Huntington, so
So coming
Worked out.
together,
yeah,
and it's all good.
yeah, exactly. Cool, man. All right, well, shit. I honestly, I by the way, I don't care about.
No, I know.
I honestly don't care. I personally don't care.
Yeah, I don't care either.
I'm not gonna cut this a lot too, so like,
Yeah.
because I want it to feel like normal. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah. Okay, but.
So should we just do like a little back like
Well, I have some questions too, but
Okay.
but I mean, if you wanna like, let's free flow this crap because I feel like.
well, we should start with some questions too. I like questions.
Well, I honestly was just gonna go. Give a little context. Derek just got his dream camera,
Yeah.
the 1DX Mark II, which
Yeah.
has a very low price tag, $5,500 or something like that,
It's ridiculous.
and he just bought it. And dude, I just want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Like, you're not balling.
no.
Your
Not at
parents
all.
aren't like,
No.
oh
they're
yeah,
not balling either.
here's $5,000, son.
Yeah.
Like some people that I won't
Yeah.
name because I just hate those people. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I just
exactly.
freaking hate when people like
Just get.
hand
I feel like
crap.
when you get handed stuff in life, you don't appreciate it at all.
No.
Like my dad would tell me that when I was younger. Like yo, like when I'm handing you all this stuff, like you're not gonna take care of it as much as you would if you worked for it and got it.
Yeah.
And that I know that now because
Yeah.
I had to work for what I wanted.
Exactly.
So actually went to him after I bought it and I was like thank you for not, because he could have got it,
yeah.
but like it's not like he has just $5,000 just laying around.
yeah.
Like
no.
he could have like
He
spent
could
it
have
and got
yeah,
it.
theoretically he could have like been like, okay, here's Christmas for the next 5 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But like he didn't, and he was like, you have to work for it, and I was like embarrassed to say it now. Like I was kind of mad, but in a way, because like I don't ask for anything,
Yeah.
and then like I asked for it, and like you're like no, and I was like, because I don't know, like I was so, is the word naive? I don't know if
Yeah.
that's the right word.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know how hard it was to make that much money, like at our age, and not be like whatever, you know. So like how, well, I'll just talk about like how I got it.
Yeah. Do it.
So
yeah.
family friend owns a restaurant in Huntington, so I wanted a job like straight out of high school. Like I knew I didn't want to go to college.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
you're how many years? 1 year now.
Yeah,
So
so
you're
like
one-
almost 1 year out of
high school.
high school,
Right.
because after the next generation, whatever, graduates, the year after they graduate, that'll be a year.
Right.
So after I was like, yo, high school was never my thing. Like I would sit in class and like just be mad.
Yeah.
Just like I felt like I was just
'cause
like,
you were there.
yeah, like I just know what I wanted to do. Anything within film, anything within photography, I was fine with doing.
Yeah.
And anyway, so I got a job at Ola straight out of high school.
Is that a restaurant?
Yeah. So it's a restaurant in Pacific City at Huntington. And I still have that job right now. And then I was working 3 days a week, and I was picking up shifts, but no one was dropping shifts enough for me to like work enough.
Right.
So I went like everywhere, and like the first job that gave me, or the first place that gave me a job, I was like, okay. So I got a job at Ralph's, like the grocery store place.
Really?
Yeah,
You worked at Ralph's?
yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. So
By the way, Derek got here and we were like, "Hey, what's up?" And I was like trying to talk to him, but then I was like, "No, I can't talk to you because
Yeah,
I
I
want to
know.
talk." I didn't know this.
Like,
so,
right,
so you had 3 jobs.
no, I had 2.
You had 2 jobs.
Yeah, so I was working at Ola 3 days a week, and then I was working at Ralph's 4 to 5 days a week.
Right.
So I was working every single day,
Damn.
and then sometimes I would work twice a day, like up to like 3 times a week.
Like 8 a.m. to 1, and then.
So I would
3
get to Ola at 8 a.m., set up until like 11,
Right.
take a break, 30-minute break, start at 11:30, get off at 4, and then get to Ralph's at 5,
Holy crap!
and then work until 12 at night.
And these jobs are not like
No, they don't pay you nothing. They don't pay you shit.
how much? Like what,
Okay, so
11?
like just literally just minimum wage, and then sucks at Ralph's too because it's a it's called a union. Okay, guys.
Sorry. Sony batteries. Okay.
No, Sony batteries are good now.
Yeah, they are good
Yeah.
now. My camera just ran out of juice because I was filming today with my family. But where you left off, Ralph's union
Yeah.
job. You were working.
So yeah, what I left off was so Ralph's. We were talking about how it paid,
right.
like how both jobs paid. So what I do at Ola, so I work minimum wage, and they don't take really anything out of it except for taxes,
Yeah.
and then I get tips. So
So you're stoked on tips.
yeah, so like
'Cause-
you get handed money when you leave. So
Right.
it's like super dope. So it's like $20 to like some days when it's super busy because it's right on the beach, right on
Right.
PCH. Like you can make like $100 in tips.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I remember.
it's like a good.
Yeah.
It's like a good little job, but I went to Ralph's, and then like my first check, I worked like 5 days out of the week
Mhm.
and made like $200,
Oh my god.
like 250 something, and that was like okay, like that's stupid.
Like you
and-
got, it was like a shock.
Yeah, and the reason why that is because it's a union job, and eventually, if you work there for like 40 years or something, you get a pension for working at Ralph's, and I couldn't imagine going back to Ralph's like another day. Like I
You
feel,
quit
yeah.
after?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, long story short, worked that much, what I was saying, and then right when I got enough money to buy the camera body, I quit Ralph's. So that was like I was there for like 3 months. And
Did you make any friends there? Like, did you tell them like what you were doing or no?
yeah, like halfway through, I was like, okay, I'm only here for this long. Like,
You said that to them,
yeah,
and how did they respond?
like they're fine.
They
Like
didn't
not,
care.
they're not gonna be like, oh, like you're a horrible person.
We
Like,
should have given it to someone
yeah,
else.
it's not like I'm quitting just to not do anything.
Yeah.
It's like I'm quitting to kind of like get something to like help me follow like what I actually want to do.
Pursue other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So working there for a while and Ola, and then got enough money to buy the body. So I quit there, and I'm working Ola now. I work there 3 days a week, sometimes just 2.
Just
So I
to
can just
keep
keep
it-
focusing on my video stuff. But actually, like 2.5 months into working at Ralph's and Ola, like I would get up, work, like hour break, go back to work till 12 at night, get up, do the same thing, back to work, go, and then that was like my life for like 5-6 months.
You didn't see like
I didn't hang out with anybody.
You
Like I didn't have a
didn't-
life at all. Like
you just worked.
I put my head down and just did it. And like 2.5 months into working at Ralph's and Ola, like I was like I'm usually like if anyone knows me, like I'm one of the most laid back people like you will ever meet. Like
Yeah.
I'm not like I don't worry about many things. Like I don't have like anxiety. Like I don't have like like a pretty laid back person. And like halfway through working at Ralph's, like I was doing carts outside. I was getting carts.
Yeah.
And like I had like a mental like breakdown, like
Yeah.
out of nowhere. Like I've never had anything like this in my life.
Really.
And like I like don't think about much. Like I usually just think and then just do whatever I feel like my gut tells me. And like I was thinking about this and like that and like what if this, what if that, and like what if that, and like I was like I couldn't stop. like I couldn't stop my brain from thinking about all these things while I was just doing.
You kind of had
cards.
like a panic
Yeah,
attack, kind
I
of.
had like an anxiety panic attack. I don't know what to call it because I've never had it before.
Yeah.
And dude, that was nuts. I was like, what the hell is going on? And like, I like called my mom while I was doing cards. I'm like I literally was like, started crying because like I was like freaking out, and like it was nuts. Like I called my mom. I'm like, yo, I don't know what's going on. Like I'm going crazy, and she was like, because my parents think they thought I was nuts, like working that much.
Really?
Yeah, like they're like, you're crazy, and I was like, whatever, I'll do it. Like,
You just wanted to get it done.
yeah. So I had that, and then
What was your goal? What was your what was like, how much was the camera?
so I bought the body. I didn't buy it brand new. Like
Yeah.
I bought the refurbished one from Canon, which was $4,700.
That's good. Well, dude,
Yeah.
you're like, you're like afraid that I'm gonna be like, it wasn't the new $6,000 body, like no shots at all. It was
Yeah.
like, that's fine. $4,700 plus the lens.
Yeah. So the lens was like $1,200. I got the Sigma 2470
Yeah,
just so I can do some up close wide.
Sigma's a good option.
Yeah.
I have the Sigma 24 to 105.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thing's nice.
Yeah, it is really nice.
And yeah, when I went to go, or I got the camera,
Yeah.
and it came in when I ordered it. And when I ordered it, it didn't feel like I was doing anything. Like I don't know, like my brain was so fried just from like working all the time, and I was
Yeah.
just like ordered it, and then I was waiting, and then it showed up at my house, and then I like opened it, and like I just like started crying, dude. I was
No
like,
way.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
literally, it was just like
That's awesome.
so stoked, and like it was nuts.
It was like you did it.
Yeah, exactly. And then, yeah, dude, I was like totally different person from when I was working all the time to like now. And yeah, that was probably the best day of my life when I like worked that hard for something and then like I actually got it.
That is crazy.
Like that was crazy, bro.
I remember I texted you randomly. I had like a gut. Like I'm not saying we're like linked like spiritually or whatever,
Yeah.
but I remember I'm pulling up our messages now.
Okay.
So I remember I texted
I remember you texted me.
like no, dude, I swear to God, I just like took a piss. Then I sat at my desk, and I remember I texted you and I said it's not loading in here, but I don't know what
I remember you texted
It was
me
just
like
like-
randomly. You're saying like, you said like I see you working so hard and
Yeah, it was
like-
just something like, dude, keep going.
yeah.
Because
It was
I
like a
went
little
through
push,
something
too.
similar,
Yeah.
not to the extent that I think that you did, but I know
Yeah.
how much that work
Mhm.
like can get to you.
Yeah. And it's like when I was, I don't know, having those jobs like really taught me like what it takes honestly to like achieve stuff.
Yeah,
And like it taught me too because I used to be like the most impatient person, like even with like all my YouTube or like all my Instagram stuff. Like I'm friends with like, you're friends with them too, you're friends with everyone who's like big and like
yeah,
and all that, and I would always look at that and be like, yo, how'd they get there, and like
how they get that.
how they do that.
Right.
It's like what I learned from working those jobs is like it's just everything just takes baby steps, and it's like you have to be able to be patient and just like keep going even when you feel like you're not going anywhere, because if you do something, you're going somewhere. It's like, yeah, that's what I learned for the most part, like from those jobs, and that's like probably one of the best like life lessons I've learned, because like I've always been the most impatient. You can ask anyone. Like
Yeah.
I've been the most impatient person ever.
I think I think that's very like a trend in young people too.
Yeah.
If it just doesn't get checked, but
Mhm.
like I played football in high school.
Yeah.
It's so weird to bring that up. But the one thing that I hated football, by the way.
Yeah.
The one thing that my coach said to me that I remember and I still think about like all the time
Yeah.
is he said, you're either getting better or you're getting worse. You're never staying the same.
Yeah.
You're always either moving back or moving forward, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like, and I've always thought about that. And I'm like, okay, whether it's like with video, with my business, with my health.
Yeah.
Is today a moving forward day or is it a moving back day?
Yeah.
And I always try and motivate myself to like be in the moving forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I worked, so this camera right here, the A7R3, came out like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And I had the same camera you had before you got your 1DX.
Yeah, we both had the A6300
Yeah.
Sonys.
So they're good cameras,
Yeah.
but obviously there are just way more benefits and like it's just, I would say the biggest thing is ease of use.
Yeah, and limitations to certain jobs that you can do. Because
Right.
a lot of people will look at your gear for like some stuff. Like
Yeah.
they'll be like, because I wanted to work with my pastor at my church's wife or whatever. She does weddings and she posts all the time like, you need this gear, like you need this, and then you can work with me. And it's like, there's to a certain extent,
I
like,
half get that.
yeah, to
Like,
a certain
sorry.
extent, you don't need gear, like crazy gear
No.
that like we have to like do a lot. And like even now, like I'm friends with people who make like comedy videos on Instagram, and they used to film on Canon cameras, and now they just film on their iPhone XS.
Yeah.
Like people just want to be entertained
Yeah.
for the most part,
That's true. Yeah.
and that's everything about like video creation and stuff, and like yeah.
I would say the thing for weddings specifically is like, because that's a lot of what I do.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not so much the gear, it's more of like, you need to show the client you're packing. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Like, they just need to know, like, oh, he's got, like, that looks too, he's got it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Right? But if you're holding a little camera, then
They'll
they're
be
like,
"That's it."
what is that?
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Because
They'll
they're
be
like, I could
skeptical.
go buy that. I'm pretty sure I saw that in Best Buy.
Yeah.
Right? Then they're like, this might not be the best option. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people put gear on their websites too. Because
Yeah.
I was like, why do you put your gear on your website? Like, are you just trying to brag? But I think
Well, you got to think about it from their perspective too, because they don't know what anything about cameras is.
yeah. So
They-
they're like, oh wow, and then they're just like, yes, yeah. I get that.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is, when I was working for this camera, I worked a minimum wage job as well.
Yeah.
I worked at a gelato shop.
Okay.
And
I thought you worked at like Jersey Mike's or something. I don't know.
I did. I worked.
did?
Not Jersey Mike's. Which. That was my
Okay.
first job ever.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
It was the worst thing in the world. I got fired from there.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I got fired. Bad
Yeah.
story. I'm not going to tell it right now. But anyway, that's a good podcast title.
Yeah.
Getting fired from my first
First job.
Yeah. That's like my YouTube clickbait mind. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
activating.
Yeah.
No, but anyway, so that camera was $3,500
Yeah.
when it was new. It's now like $3,000.
Yeah.
But so I wanted it so bad. Like, it was like everything that I was like, I live to get this.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that is my purpose.
Yeah.
I remember how I felt, and I wanted the Canon 16 to 35.
Yeah.
That was my goal, because that was what Zay had,
Yeah.
and I was like, Zay makes the best videos. I need this gear.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So even though like we could have made it work, but it was just like I set my mind to it. So I was
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I need this, right?
Yeah. That
And-
was what I did pretty much too. It's
Yeah.
like, I'm getting it, no worries. Like, but then I went through it and I'm like, holy shit, this sucks.
Yeah, like you see it and you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
But so literally I was like, I need this gear. I worked. I saved up $2,200,
Yeah.
and then I got it literally a year ago.
Yeah.
And my parents kicked in $1,000
Yeah.
because they were like, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I'm not like discrediting myself by being like, my parents kicked in $1,000,
Yeah.
but I definitely, like, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have gotten it in time, gone to Hawaii, done all this stuff. So like,
yeah, exactly.
it very much helped me.
Mhm.
And but like, I get where you're coming from. I think
Yeah,
you had to
exactly.
work probably 4 more months than I would have had to work. You know what I
That was
mean?
nuts.
It's just crazy, dude.
It was
Like,
crazy.
you actually did it.
Yeah.
But my point in this story is I can relate to your feeling of like, holy shit.
Like, this sucks.
Yeah, no, this sucks. And then also when you get it, like,
Mhm.
dude, when I got that camera, I literally opened the box. My dad filmed it, and I didn't know he filmed it.
Yeah.
And I opened it, and my smile is like literally like
But you
off my
can't
face,
stop.
and I'm like, oh my god, oh my God, and I was just tripping out.
Yeah.
And like, I think that has so much value because, like you said, like people who just get it handed to them, they're like, thank you,
Yeah.
like from their dad.
But
Like
they're
I know
stoked,
one,
but they're not like, damn, like I would
yeah,
say that.
exactly.
Yeah.
They're not like, I put in so much effort for this.
Yeah.
I know one kid, I'm not going to name him, and you might not know him, but I don't know. Anyway, rich dad,
Mhm.
everything is given to him.
Yeah.
Like the fast cars, the 1DX, the A9 Sony,
Yeah.
all the G Master and L lenses.
Yeah.
And because of that, he's like always back and forth. Like he doesn't know what he's doing. Like he doesn't.
Like you're not motivated pretty much.
No.
I don't know. Because I've always been kind of like more of a hard worker. Like I've always been hardworking and stuff that I really like doing. So I
Yeah.
played baseball for like 14 years.
Wow.
And like I would practice every day. I'd go to practice. I'd practice. And when I kind of figured out like I don't want to do that, like my dad was still pushing me because I didn't tell him that that's not what I wanted to do for like the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And in that time where my dad was pushing me and kind of giving me tools and telling me to do stuff, I wasn't working as hard as I could have been. And it's like,
Because
what I tell people to now is like learn to be self motivated learn to be self motivated because that'll just push you further in like what you want to do.
I get that. Yeah. No, totally. I think the number one DM I get is like, how do I, and I don't want to boast myself up. Like on average, I'll have like 20 requested DMs. Sometimes it's like gone up to like 50, but it's always circulating. I hate when people do that when they're like, "What's up, followers?" and they have like 100 views on a video. Like realistically, I try and be like real with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my point in that was like in the few DMs I get, if people are like, "How do I get as good as you?" You know what I mean? It's like, one, study and practice, but it's not like I can teach that to you. It's very much like a drive. Like you have to want it yourself. Like you need it. You like if you don't want it, you're not gonna get it.
Yeah.
Like David Dobrik. Did you watch him?
Hell yeah, I watched
David. Fuck, he's so cool.
So
David, if you're watching this, I know he's not watching this.
David.
In the 1 in 10 million chance that you're watching this, hit me up, bro.
Yeah, hit me up too, dude. You're fucking hilarious.
You're gonna trip nuts. My uncle, Drew, who actually was here yesterday, is like really good friends with Todd Smith.
Yeah.
And I like.
He went to my high school.
He did.
Todd and
Scotty
went to my high school.
That's crazy.
I didn't even know that. And then they said it in the video, and they're like, "Yo, I went to Edison High School," and I'm like,
"That's nuts."
What the hell? Like, I went to Edison. I went to Huntington and Edison, but
that's crazy.
That's
nuts. But my uncle is friends with Drew, or my uncle Drew is friends with Scotty or Todd.
Yeah.
And I came over one time, and they were like just there, and I saw Todd, and I was like, "What's up?"
What's up, dude?
Yeah.
Courage, dude.
Yeah. No, honestly. But anyway, David Dobrik, he said one time, I forget where it was, but he was like, I think he was actually quoting Casey Neistat.
Yeah.
He said, if you don't want it, that you never stop thinking about it, then you don't want it bad enough and you're never going to do it. You're never going to get it. Like, you're never going to succeed.
Yeah.
Like, if you aren't itching to the point of, like, I need this.
Yeah.
I need this.
Yeah.
Then it's not going to happen.
And I want to talk about success in a whole, too.
Yeah.
And, like, because what I used to think is, like, when I was playing baseball, right? Like, I was talking to colleges, like, I'm like, I'm going to go to college maybe and maybe get drafted and then go and make it and then I'll make a bunch of money.
Yeah.
And, like, I feel like people, their drive for money, like, doesn't bring anyone really happiness. Because I was watching a Joe Rogan podcast and he was talking about happiness and, like, older people and stuff like that, and people who have like a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
And he said money can buy you pleasure, but money can't buy you happiness. And I think that's true because people buy stuff and like for instance our cameras, like
Yeah.
that made us like so stoked.
Yeah.
And like people think that that's the true happiness that comes with it when it's not, because if you just stop at that, like you're just going to keep buying things that are better, you know,
Right.
and just think that that's the happiness. And then you get up to all the way, like someone's buying a freaking yacht
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, they're stoked. And then they have no one to share it with. And
Yeah.
it's like what I find true happiness in is, like friends, like meeting new people. Because I've always been like super social with everybody. Like I tried to be friends with everyone.
Yeah.
And I find true happiness in people that actually care about me, and like I hang out with them and I can tell that they want to
Reciprocate that.
yeah. And
Yeah.
it's like relationships makes me happy,
Yeah.
and like doing stuff for other people makes me happy. And I feel like our generation is kind of losing the relationship part of like friendships,
Right.
because I'm friends with people, but I'm not like relationship with them, you know? Like me and you are good, like really good friends. So like we have like a relationship where like I can text you and be like, hey, like I'm in trouble with this, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I feel like kids nowadays are so like on their everything. Like I'm on technology all the time, but like you gotta. So say you're at like a
It's weird.
You're at
It's
a
like
table.
such
Say-
a gray space.
say you're at a table, and like the way you make relationships with people is not on your phone, and then say the meeting starts, whatever, and then meeting starts, and then the meeting ends, and you're back on this, and it's like the way you make relationships is like, say you're not doing anything, you're sitting next to somebody, and you're like, oh, like how's your dad doing or whatever, like say his dad in a hospital or something,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, dad's doing good, like how are you doing? It's like you learn about people, and like that you can actually talk about stuff and
Yeah.
not just talk about like, how's your day? Good, cool, later.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I get that.
like that's, I don't know, I feel content in what I'm doing right now, and not, I feel like people get depressed on social media and stuff if they try to do kind of stuff that we're doing, because they see other people and they look so happy, and like I'm content with not ever blowing up
Yeah.
like a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like I'm super content with that just because I'm happy where I'm at.
Yeah.
And like if it happens, then it just gives me the opportunity to help more people.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of people kind of lose that mindset when they blow up,
Right.
and they kind of lose the good that they have.
Yeah.
Like to do good for other people. And like I've hung out with a lot of people, and I get where they're coming from. Like when they blow up and people want to hang out with them, and they want to, because everyone's different. Like people use people, like people try to use people.
Mhm.
And a couple of times, like I feel like they think that I'm trying to use them. And like
That's no,
Yeah.
I get that. That's why I'm so hesitant to turn on like my camera at Tanner's house,
yeah.
because I'm like, I'm just here, I'm kicking it. I don't want you.
Dude, you should see my video that I made at Tanner House. Like, you could tell, dude. I was like, not, like, I didn't feel like I wanted to film.
Right.
Like, you could see how awkward I am. Like, you could see the video I made with Matthew where I picked him up the other day.
I saw
from
it.
the
I
airport.
watched it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can tell in that. Like, I'm just like filming with my friends.
You're
and, like,
happy. Yeah.
yeah,
It's
and-
good. It's going.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
when I filmed there, I was kind of like, I didn't want to film anybody because I didn't want them to feel like, I don't know, like
Really, like you're using me, like you're in my. Yeah. Right. I get that. I get that for sure. No, I think people get lost. I don't know what this is a result of, whether it's a result of like capitalism and our like country culture or whatever, but
Yeah.
I think that people sometimes get too lost in the end product and really don't think about like the journey. And I know that's cliche,
yeah,
but like
exactly.
think about it like this: like people
That's a
want
really good way to put it.
You think? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. People will go on road trips, right? Let's
Yeah.
say you and I are going to Big Sur.
Yeah,
Actually, no. Let's make it farther. Let's say you and I are going to Oregon, right?
yeah,
And that's a 13-hour drive.
we should do
I would be down.
that.
Side note. Yeah.
Side
No.
note.
But let's say we're going to Oregon. It's a 13-hour drive, right?
Yeah,
Some people would be like, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's get to Oregon, let's go, like let's move. And it's, sometimes I get that, like there's time constraints or whatever.
yeah,
But I know this is like a little plug thing. I'm like messing around with it. But some people will be like annoyed if like we stop on the side of the road and start filming.
Mhm.
Or like if we make a detour to Big Sur or San Francisco.
Yeah.
Or we go like the 2 hour longer way because it's on the coast and it's more scenic versus like
Just going straight.
I-5.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think that mindset of like, no, we're supposed to get there. You know what I mean? Like that's bad. Like
Yeah.
so, like obviously, like I said, like if you need to get there for something, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if people are so focused on like the end product, and then like what you get to your town in Oregon and you're like, cool,
We're here.
yeah, exactly. It's like it's not about that.
Yeah.
It's not about like I don't think it was about buying that camera. You about like buying your camera.
Yeah.
It was more about like I put in so much damn time to do this.
Yeah.
Like this is not only now what I want that I can like create more art,
Yeah.
but it's like something that has taught me like a really big life lesson that's like
Yeah, exactly.
this is
Because my mindset was like, I'm just gonna. That's my angle. But I learned so much doing it.
it just gives you so much more context.
Yeah.
It's almost like getting in a relationship and getting out and then seeing all the like flaws and being able to grow as an individual versus like when you were in your relationship. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. That's what I said. Like, I agree with you right when you said. I'm gonna check this thing still recording.
Oh yeah. Sorry. If it's at what is that?
It's at 25.
Oh, it is? Cool. We'll
yeah.
cut it. Okay, we cut it again just so we could start up. This thing cuts off at 30 minutes, so.
Yeah, like every DSLR.
Yeah. This is why it's called like my janky podcast. Or
Yeah, dude.
I honestly feel like I should call it like figure out a name or whatever.
Janks.
Yeah.
Just call it Janks.
Welcome to Janks with Jacob.
Dude, that's tight. That flows good.
Yeah. Something that I did want to talk about is so you're friends with like Tanner,
Mhm.
Tanner Fox, and like Ben Aslar, and like
Yeah.
some of those Instagram comedians, right?
Yeah.
Zay, me.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that I'm very lucky because I can go. I'm kind of spoiled now because
Yeah.
I've been able to grow my business and like. Oh, are you good?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sure.
sorry. I thought for some reason you were on like a phone call. I
No.
was like, did I hear a phone call? No, but I feel like I've been spoiled. Like I can go out, work a wedding, and boom, now I have 1/3 of what your camera costs.
Yeah, exactly.
Costed, right?
Yeah.
Now take that and like look at Tanner. Let's just make
Yeah.
up a number. Let's call it $500,000, right?
Yeah.
Now you see him making that, and he's your friend. You've been next to him. You've talked like you're just a bro with him, right?
Yeah.
You see him, and like, did you ever compare yourself to those people that are like doing bigger things or like can get that money like instantly,
Yeah.
or like I don't know, like did you ever feel like I don't know what the word is, demoralized or
Yeah.
were you like
Yeah.
were you like fuck, I'm the one that has to put in the work, like, and these people can go out and like
Yeah.
just swipe their card. No, yeah, what's up? I
Yeah.
bought my 1DX yesterday.
Yeah.
Like what?
When I used to compare myself a lot. Like when I started doing like wave, like I started doing wave photography and videography.
Yeah,
So like I made edits of like the wedge and people like eat shit
yeah,
and like people like watching it.
yeah,
And the way they got where they're at is when they were younger, they didn't know, like they didn't know they were gonna get where they're at.
Mhm.
Like they had no clue. Like all they were doing was making videos
right,
and being stoked.
yeah,
Like the way Tanner started was making scooter videos with his friends.
yeah,
Like
exactly. Being dumb.
yeah, like
Just
literally
being-
they
being
went to the
kids.
skate park and had a shit ton of fun.
Yeah,
And he was super consistent with it, and people love watching it, and it's all about word of mouth. That's how everything gets around pretty much. Because
Right.
Tanner got his first million or whatever like by himself,
right,
like literally with no help at all.
right,
And like obviously when you get bigger, you're gonna collab with other people and it's gonna help. But like all he really did was just make videos with his friends, and people liked watching it, so people would tell people about it. And then you could see in his older videos, you can see now too. I'm not saying his newer videos are not the same, but you can just see how stoked he is the whole time.
Yeah.
When he's filming, he's just so happy to be doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
And that's what people like.
Yeah.
And like,
they like to feel like you're their
Yeah.
friend.
yeah, exactly.
That
And like,
yeah.
And when I was younger, I was like, how'd they just blow up right away?
They did it.
No one does.
Yeah.
Like, no one ever does that.
Exactly.
And it's all about just doing what you love to do, because there's an audience for everything.
Yeah.
Like an audience for anything. And
Exactly.
it's all about just doing what you love doing. And the reasons people don't end up getting to where they want to be is, holy shit, I lost my train of thought.
No, it's okay.
But they just they compare a lot.
Yeah.
They compare themselves to other people, and then
They're not like in the process of it. They're like, why am I not here yet?
yeah.
Yeah.
They're not. I'm not saying they're not trying. They're trying, and then they're seeing that they don't have freaking milli views.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
they're seeing that, and then
Right.
they're being like, "Oh, I probably shouldn't do it anymore."
Right.
And that's what I was talking about earlier. Was like, you got to find true happiness with what you're doing, and not get upset or like depressed or whatever about how you're not with other people. It's
Yeah.
like, and then I like the question, what would you do if there was no money or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, what would you do if there was no money? I'd be doing the same shit. that
Yeah,
I'm doing right now.
exactly.
I'd be doing the
Exactly.
same thing. And Tanner would be doing the same thing that he was doing
Yeah.
if there was no money.
Yeah.
Like, he would be on the skate park with his friends doing freaking tail whips and backflip shit. I don't know how the
Exactly.
hell he does that shit, but he
Yeah.
does it.
Yeah, he does.
And he'd be doing the same thing. And that's what makes a successful creator what they are,
Yeah.
because they love doing it just for the love of doing it.
Right.
Like, when I would hang out with Tanner too, like, he would just be like, "Oh, what are we doing? Like, what are we gonna do today? Like, what
Yeah.
are we gonna do here?" Like, he's just a kid, dude.
Yeah.
Like, he's just a kid.
He's just us.
Yeah, exactly. And it's
That's
like,
the big. Yeah.
so that's like the main part about that, because I used to compare myself all the time, and then like learning about like just stepping back and just being like, why do I like compare myself? Like, you shouldn't. And it's easy to. It's so easy to compare yourself, but end story, just don't.
Yeah.
Just
It's hard. It's really hard to not do that. I think the best thing, like, because I still do it. But
Yeah.
like everyone does it.
yeah.
I think the easiest thing is just like,
There's no way you can't not.
yeah, like no one is, like, God, this is such cliche shit. But like,
Yeah.
like there's no two Tanner Foxes. There's no two
Same.
David Dobrik's.
Yeah.
There's no two Sam Colders, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's always gonna be like,
Yeah.
you just kind of have to figure
Like,
it
I
out.
follow Ninoa Langer, and he posted something the other day, and the caption was talking about how he's been doing like a lot of work for
Millennium,
Millennium and like all these. He's doing a lot of work for others,
right?
and he had this whole caption written out, like long caption, short. He was talking about how everyone's story is worth being told,
Yeah,
and that just ties back to like just doing something you love doing.
yeah, exactly.
And like, you can not film what you love doing and be successful too. It's
Yeah.
like Tanner was a pro.
Scooter.
Yeah, he was a pro scooter guy,
Yeah,
and then he just fell in love with sharing stuff with other people.
Right.
So then he just does that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people go into YouTube and all that stuff thinking about money,
right. It's
And-
not, dude.
and a lot of people do a lot of comedy stuff, and they'll even ask me like, because I used to be like, oh, I have 8,000 followers, like that ain't shit. But if you think about 8,000 people in a room, like
Dude.
that click the button, like that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then you think about 1 million, like that's a lot of people. But like, if you think about 100 people in a room, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, honestly,
And-
that's so true, dude.
Yeah.
That is what literally on YouTube right now. I'll get like, I would say 200 to like, I just had a video that hit like 6,000.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
It's like a huge range where,
Yeah.
where we're kind of at right now.
I would say like 200 to like 600 is like my comfortable range right now,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, this is dumb. But then
Yeah.
I was like, I was thinking about it. I was like, I would still make these if I was the only one watching them.
Yeah.
And 100 or 200 to 600 people that's like, think about high school. Like that's
Yeah.
your whole day. Like everyone in all your classes is now watching your video.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I thought about it because I was like,
yeah.
that's still a decent amount of people. And
Yeah.
like, I don't know about you, but like me personally, I looked at Zay, who became like my really, really great friend.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, I don't want to be in your shadow. I
Yeah.
don't want to be like, I don't want my whole identity to be your friend. And some people will know me as his friend, right?
Yeah.
Because that's just, they watch his videos only or whatever. But I was like, I want to just be my own person as well, which is kind of how I found my style. Like I like a lot of people make edits to electronic music, and that's cool. Like I still do love that,
Yeah.
and that's awesome, and it all the time works, and it's good, and it's like good vibes.
Mm-hmm.
But like I kind of found out I like making edits to alternative music sometimes,
Yeah.
and like slower like indie songs,
Yeah.
and not a lot of people do that,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, it's okay to do this,
Yeah.
and I enjoy it, and it's my
Yeah.
style, and it's more like raw.
Yeah.
But I think people, I think like you might get caught up in like trying to mimic other people
Yeah.
or like,
And then if anyone says that they started off with not copying other people, they're freaking lying.
yeah,
Everything in the world is a freaking copy of something, but
plus something,
sometimes it's better.
plus original.
And
right.
like eventually you're gonna make your own type of thing.
Yeah.
But like no one would ever guess my freaking first frick, dude. My first inspiration. My first inspiration for like videos and photos was freaking Clark Little.
Really?
Yeah, and like
Is he a surfer?
yeah, Clark Little's a surf photographer. He
Yeah,
does
yeah,
short
yeah,
break
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
in the bear, right?
Yeah.
Like with yeah.
So like I got a GoPro Hero 1, took videos of waves, screenshotted it, and started posting it on my freaking Instagram.
That's dope.
And if you see where I'm at now, I'm still creating stuff, but how different it is than filming a freaking wave and then
Right.
taking a screenshot
Yeah,
and trying to copy something that
Totally.
someone's doing.
totally.
Yeah. So it's like if you say you don't copy people, you're freaking wrong.
Yeah.
Like you're
Liar.
a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
yeah.
you definitely do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of find your own
Yeah.
from doing that.
And then once you get older and just start thinking about stuff and not, I don't say everyone looks at something and tries to copy it, but
Yeah.
like you're copying it. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna watch stuff and get ideas from that. So it's like, do you, brother?
No, I get that. One of the last things I want to talk about is you got it.
Mhm.
Now, what's next?
Shit, bro.
You like you like for me, I got the camera.
Yeah.
And then all the money I made just went into travel, and I've been
Oh,
to like
yeah.
9
sure,
different
yeah.
countries this year
Mhm.
because I was like,
So-
I just like continually purpose and like finding new stuff and like I built my business and all that. But like now you achieved your goal. What, like, are you gonna try and start working,
That's
or are you
exciting.
gonna?
So this is exciting.
Yeah.
So-
Have you thought about this or not really?
Yeah,
Yeah?
for sure.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
So, say best case scenario, like stars align, like freaking everything is just dope. So I have to get a new computer. I have to get a new laptop.
Yeah,
'Cause
me
I have
too.
I have a 2015 freaking, which is a good laptop if you're not doing crazy shit that I kind of want to do.
Yeah.
Because I use templates, transitions. Like I use templates and then I kind of tweak them and then I add stuff to them to make them different.
Right.
So it is a gnarly render. Like
In Premiere.
I use dynamic link, so I do all my effects in After Effects, and then I dynamic link. So
Which is that an editing software?
no, it's like it comes with Premiere and After Effects.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go between every single software. So what I do when I edit is I put clips in. If I want it slow mode, just slow mo, I'll just slow mo it. Or because I do a lot of speed ramping, so I figured out
I know it. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a crazy, not a crazy way, but like no tutorial I could ever find on it, where it starts out fast and it gradually like, and then it goes like into the next clip.
Okay.
So I'll put clips in 100% speed where I want it, and then I'll highlight all of them, and then just put 2 fingers on it, click, and then go down to replace with After Effects composition. And then it goes into After Effects, and then I do all my effects with speed ramps and everything, and then I just click back to Premiere, and it automatically is there. So
That's cool.
with all my transition and everything, when dynamic link going back to it, and you have to render it to look at it to see if it turned out okay.
Yeah.
So when I render it, it took 45 minutes to render a 25-second edit that I put in my last video. The editing competition I did was that.
Yeah.
So
New laptop. That's what you're going
anyways,
for?
I need to get a new laptop, so I'm getting a Razer Blade, whatever spectrum that's. If you want to go look at it, check it out. So after that, I'm just gonna really focus on like my own videos, and I kind of found out what I like doing. My friends are hilarious, and I don't want to be like, I want to be kid friendly, but I don't want to be like,
You just want to be real.
what's up, guy? Like,
Yeah,
I don't want to
no, I
be,
get
I don't
that.
want to be like that. Like, I want to be like kind of energetic, but like I want to be talking, whatever. Like, film my friends doing like crazy shit,
Yeah.
and cliff jumping, whatever. Like, I go to a party every once in a while. Like, all my friends go to USC, they go to UCSB. Like, I would go up there, visit them,
Get some clips.
get some clips.
Yeah.
You know, go to a party, film someone doing some dumb shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's kind of what I want to do for like the entertainment standpoint of my YouTube and like all that stuff. So like that's my main goal like this summer is to just kind of focus on that.
Keep it growing.
And then you know, if that doesn't work out, then I'm fine with that anyways. And I'll just because I want to get a water housing too
Yeah.
and get back into surf photography
Mm-hmm.
and like more videos too.
Yeah.
Um,
Guys gotta get pack. Those things work so good temporary.
I'll probably get a Aquatech, but
Like a real SP, like a
Yeah.
real, yeah.
and so just whatever. I don't have like a set thing. Like I'm just gonna work hard at something I want to do, and if it doesn't work, then just work hard at something else.
Readjust, yeah.
And yeah, so
Keep
that's
going.
the plan from now on, and just like stay close with everyone who I'm homies with, like you and everyone else. So
Just keep moving forward.
yeah,
That's sick, dude.
yeah, I'm stoked for what's to come, and like I guess we're gonna Oregon now, so
Yeah.
we're gonna plan on that. So.
Yeah, dude, just like have money to travel. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like I freaking like that stuff takes a lot of money, but like, dude,
Yeah.
like the more people that come, it's like the better. You know
Oh,
what
yeah.
I mean?
Like that's what I want to do too is travel, because that just makes video even better.
Yeah,
Travel
exactly.
video.
Exactly.
Slap my friend on the face and
Yeah.
in the plane. Like
Yeah.
doesn't get any better than that. Make it cinematic. Like
Yeah.
yeah. So that's the goal from now, and then we'll just see where it goes. You know,
Yeah.
I'm more back to my laid back guy,
Yeah. That's
but
awesome.
I'm more
3 days a week
more,
working.
more determined to do what I kind of want to do. So
Dope, bro.
what'd you call this podcast again?
Janky podcast.
Jenks, dude.
Jan-
Hey,
Janky with Jacob. That's what I said.
subscribe to this guy because he's a
Yeah,
freaking good guy.
if I don't know what this is at. I think it's at like 50 minutes. That's my
Maybe,
guess. If you guys watch this point, legends.
Legends, dude.
Um,
Hey, hopefully you guys took something from this, and you know, because I've been wanting to talk about this for a while, but I want to talk about it by myself.
yeah.
And like this was his idea to bring me on here, and then he wanted to talk about hard work. And
I just think
all
it's a
this
good
stuff.
story.
Yeah.
It's just like it shows people that like you can do it.
Yeah,
you can do it. Like it's possible.
no matter
Like,
where you come from.
yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. People aren't always just handed.
Yeah,
Like you literally started from scratch and you did it.
yeah.
So awesome. Did you sell your X6300?
I'm giving it to my sister for Christmas.
You are? Wow,
Yeah.
that's a good. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
This will come out tomorrow, so hopefully she doesn't watch
Yeah.
it.
I already gave it to her.
Oh, you did? Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
She was tripping. Like I was like I sold it, and she was like, "Are you serious?"
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
she
awesome.
was gonna buy it off me, but I'm like, "You can just have it." Like,
Nice.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
So, yeah, if you guys watch to this point, comment,
Comment legend.
yeah,
Yeah, because you're a legend.
yeah.
Both
comment
you-
legend because you're a legend.
Yeah, give yourself some. Hype yourself up.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Hell yeah.
Merry Christmas, because it's Christmas Eve
Yeah.
tomorrow, and I'm
Mhm.
posting this tomorrow.
Yeah.
And go say what's up to your families. And, dude,
And
Thank
stay stoked, dude.
Thank you again.
No
Literally,
problem.
I'm very happy.
I'm happy with this too. I want to
Cool.
talk
All
about this.
right, we're hanging out soon next
Alright.
week. All right, peace and love.
Peace, boys
new
and
vid-
girls.
I think I'm putting out a new video tomorrow, Christmas Day as well. So stay tuned. I've kind of been loose on the Sundays, but that's when I'm supposed to upload. But
Yeah,
all right,
it's all good, bro.
once a week at least. All right, cool. Peace out.